Yep. Y'all know what time it is. These are June's thoughts and facts. Show you right. Ain't that right? And I was sitting having a conversation with my son this afternoon. And it's been like, the conversation was, I was talking about this old minister, this church we used to go to, Reverend Hines from Bats Chapel. The old Reverend, the Bats Chapel Church way outside of Speed. The Reverend Hines. When we used to go to that church, Reverend Hines would always talk. You could always tell when the church service was about to close out and finish, though. Because he was going to mention something about some food. He sure was. And I was sitting having a conversation with my son. I was like, you know what? Churches have changed a lot. The message has somewhat changed. It's become more like entertainment. But I was like, well, what are people going to do in these old Baptist churches when a lot of your grandparents, great-grandparents, when they age out and they're no longer there and they're not bringing in the youth? What are these old churches going to do to either bring in a younger crowd? Because I was telling my son, when I was going to the church, message. When I was going to the church, I felt like when I started my business, I was going for the wrong reasons. And it took for me to shut down and isolate myself and get into that word by myself. Spend that that alone time for me to realize, gone. I was not robbing God, no. I felt that way though, but I wasn't. But I wasn't spending that time. What the message again? Whoa! I was spending that energy, boy. Anyway, but I wasn't spending the time wisely with him one-on-one. I didn't start doing that until I isolated myself and seeking the word for myself and started moving myself accordingly. Then I sat back, I was like, I started my business and I started going to all these churches on Sunday. For one, I was a single father. I still am. I'm a single father. Yes, I am. But I was going to these churches at the end of church service, passing out my business cards, talking to people about my business. Business was, my business took off to another level because I had, but I was like, daggone. But what was my real purpose? Why was I going to the church promoting my business? I started feeling bad. I was like, dang, was I going for the wrong reasons? And I started feeling like I felt like I was robbing God. I did. Because I wasn't giving him his time one-on-one. So that's what I was, that my message for today is when people are going to church, what is their purpose? Are they going to really hear the word? Are they trying to live according to the word? Or are they going for entertainment? Or are they going because their family started that church and their family go there every Sunday? What is your purpose when you're going to this church? Dang, energy. Anyway, I ain't gonna hold y'all up, man. Just that when you go to church, make sure you're going for the right reasons so you can reap the benefits for yourself. Get into your word. Feature spirit, feature natural. Y'all be blessed, be encouraged.